Let all cats old enough to kill their own enemies gather here beneath the high rock for a clan meeting.
Miouooo, I'm Simon.
And I'm Evelyn, and today we're going to be discussing Outcast, chapters 17, 18, and 19.
And spoilers. Spoilers are fun.
Yeah, we probably will be discussing some spoilers.
Yeah. Should we just get rid of the follow-up section because we don't have any comments ever?
Oh, follow-up from last time? We didn't even agree to do anything for last time. We never do. We have to keep it, though!
Why?
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
What's this?
For fandom news, I was looking up something else for last episode, and I found silverpelt.co UK, which is a fan site. Oh yeah, I was looking up the poll that got brigaded last time, and I also saw this website, which did have some polls from 2012. It looks like.
Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty old.
So yeah, it's too late for us to take the quizzes, I guess.
It seems like a pretty nice website.
Yeah, a lot of info here.
I wonder if it's still in use a lot.
I doubt it. I feel like these days everybody's on like 3 or 4 different social medias, and like there's no like fan sites anymore. Like they're over.
Oh no!
One of the polls is, how would you like to see Dawn of the Clans written?
From the perspective of Thunder Clan, Wind Clan, River Clan, Shadow Clan, Sky Clan, all the clans a bit of each point of view in every book, or each book has a different clan point of view, or other.
And the winner was all the clans a bit of each point of view in every book with 23 votes.
And the loser was a bunch of them that only had one each. Wind Clan, Shadow Clan, Sky Clan, and other, no comment left.
And each book different clan point of view got 8, Thunder Clan 5, River Clan 2. Still all this like pro Thunder Clan bias. Yeah. Which character would you like to have their own short story?
Mapleshade, Rock, Midnight, Soul, Goose Feather, or other.
Mapleshade definitely won that with 13.
I probably would have voted for Rock.
I think I would have voted for Midnight.
Midnight, ugh. Midnight needs a super edition.
Oh, that's true. Short story. I love how Soul
Maybe.
lost.
Soul is the boringest. I hated Soul.
He's not even a villain who's fun to root against or for, or he's just like not interesting. He's just
Also,
annoying.
because we know someone named Soul.
That's true. Who is the best kitty pet?
Smudge, Princess, Cody, Jake, Pine Star, or other.
I would say Pine Star.
I'd say Pine Star, but I also like Princess.
I like Princess too. Princess did win with 9.
Yeah. Not very many people voted on these.
No. So who is Cody?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. I think I know. Leafpool's friend?
Oh!
When she was, like, trapped in the kennel.
Yeah, in the cage.
Yeah. And Jake. Yeah, we know who Jake is. I know who everybody else is. Yeah. So, other things on this website. There's a warrior name generator. Finch Mist. Broken Pad. I love that one. Spotted Pad. Daisy Spring. I hate that. Oak Claw.
I like that one. Hard
Sure.
to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Loud Shade.
Loud
I bet
Shade.
Loud is there because of Loud Belly.
Yeah. Fleet Talon. Also hard to say.
Fleet. Why is Fleet a prefix?
I don't know.
Well, these names are honestly better than the actual official warrior. Like whenever you make an account on the website.
Oh yeah, those names were terrible.
Yeah, like Muzzle Log. What is that? That's who I am.
Muzzle Lock.
Muzzle Log 11545 or something.
Oh.
Stormwatcher. That's like a great name.
Mumble Branch.
Mumblefoot. Finch Face.
Ripple Mouse.
The Aarons could actually use this.
Rye Eye.
Rye Eye does not work.
dry-eyed.
Anyways, this website is silverpelt.co.uk. If you're interested in checking it out. There's also a list of illnesses I see. Ooh, and a list of errors. Let's look at that. Let's look at famous mistakes. Heavy step. He kept like dying and then still being alive. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rowan Claw changed gender.
Oh, yeah. Unless that wasn't a mistake.
Yeah, perhaps. Seems unlikely though.
Why are there so many mistakes in Blue Star's prophecy?
Most of these seem pretty minor. Alright, well that's fun. Should we get into the book?
The book.
Wait, no, we shouldn't. Actually, I forgot.
Read the warrior's quote of the week.
No thanks. Briarlight paused beside him. I'm in the mood for Vole. The Last Hope, Chapter 2.
Do you know what they were gonna eat or being offered? Do you know what they were being offered?
I don't remember.
Because vole sounds pretty similar to a lot of those animals.
Yeah. I love how in Warriors you're like, in the mood for a certain type of food. Or like somebody is known for liking a certain animal.
But it's all just dead animal.
Yeah. I do wonder how different they taste. And even if it's not just taste, like the texture and the whole experience is probably a lot different.
I feel like birds would be kind of bad because there's so many feathers.
That seems really annoying. I really like how it says, I'm in the mood for Vole.
Yeah. I think vole is like my favorite, or at least the funniest of what they eat.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Just like 4 letters and they sound so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get into the book.
Chapter 17. Stupid scaredy cats have to run away from the puppy dogs. Purdy saves them. Breezepaw got his tail bitten. What stupid apprentices. Hollypaw takes care of Purdy's ticks.
Yeah, so that's what happened in chapter 17.
Nice summary.
Yeah, you got pretty much everything.
I think so.
Let's see what this has to say about it.
Chapter 17. Hollypaw's point of view.
Purdy finds the apprentices and shows them a way out.
Hollypaw and Linepaw apologize to Brambleclaw. Breezepaw refuses to do so or thank Purdy.
Jaypaw returns with the chervil for Breezepaw's tail, which had been torn.
The cats continue on once Jaypaw announces that they were all fine.
Hollypaw hunts for Purdy and later grooms his pelt as a way of thanks.
Yeah, I love that part. So where we left off, Breezepaw was like scared of the dogs, hypocritically.
Right.
So I guess it's just, there's 3 dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like blocking the barn exit.
The 3 skinny black and white shapes.
Yes.
Sounds a little skunk-like.
Yeah, it does. I don't know enough or care enough about dogs to know which types those are.
Just regular ones, I think.
Yeah. They do have a good hunting crouch, though. It says, the dogs began to creep forward, their heads lowered and their tails bent, ready to sprint after the cats.
I think that there's no point creeping up on them.
I think they know.
The cats already know they're there.
Maybe these dogs are part of the Survivor series.
Maybe.
Although I have no idea what those are even like, so.
I wonder if most things that are about to be eaten, like about to be pounced on, like know that they're gonna die, or if they're just eating like a nut or a seed or something and it's a surprise. I feel like when my cat hunts, it's not a surprise.
I feel like when other cats hunt, it's more of a surprise.
What? Missy's a great hunter.
No, she's really not.
We don't even have mice in this house.
I don't think it's because of Misty.
What? I do.
Anyways, they're like all trapped, and then they hear a yowl above them.
And it's Purdy come to save them.
Yeah, I don't know how he got up there. He's like up on the wall. He urges them to climb the hay, which he knows the word for, but they don't.
Do you want to stay and be eaten? Yeah, and Lion Paw flung himself at the pile of dried grass, since they don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Even though he just said it.
And then Holly Paw hears a shriek behind her and sees that Breeze Paw has a dog's mouth over his tail. In his tail.
And Holly Paw decides to help Breeze Paw, even though she doesn't like him, because he's a clan cat.
Yeah. Not just because he's a cat in distress, but because he's a clan cat. That's what's important. So I guess they're safe now. The dogs tried to follow him, but they were too heavy for the piled grass to bear their weight. They floundered around it, snuffing and slavering over the trail of Breeze Paw's blood.
Yeah.
Then Breeze Paw, right after being saved, instead of being like, thanks, like Holly Paw says, he says, what about my tail? It's bleeding. And then Purdy's like, shut up and follow me. Could Breeze Paw like be any worse?
No, he's pretty unlikable.
Honestly, it's really sad. He is so awful and like we hate him, and then he's also being abused.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else to say here?
Oh, they still have to run away from the dogs a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to knowing how to take care of dogs.
Yeah, that really went out the window real quick.
I feel like, 3 dogs, there's 3 cats there, so they could have each just attacked a dog, and they might have run away.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and they were too scared.
Yeah, like, we don't know what these dogs, like, these dogs might not have been planning on eating the cats. They might have just been saying hi. Who knows?
Yeah, we never know in Warriors. Dogs are always bad.
Yeah. So Purdy leads them away.
He says, go back to your upwalkers.
Ask them to feed you. You won't get no cat today.
And so they climb over the fence, and then the dogs can't get through, and then their upwalkers come and take them away.
Yeah, I feel like that happens so often. The upwalkers, or the no furs, or the 2 legs,
Yeah.
come and then yowl at the dogs, and the dogs go away.
Yeah.
Then they go back to the hedge, which I guess they were. I don't know what hedge it is, but then like they're back, and then the adult cats are really mad.
They get scolded a lot.
As they should, honestly.
Yeah. What a bad idea.
Really, really stupid. Like, almost out of character stupid, I would say.
Yeah, why would they? I guess maybe it's Breeze Paw's influence, supposedly.
Yeah, and like Lion Paw doesn't want to, appear weak or something. I don't know. And then Holly Paw just kind of
went along for some reason.
Yeah. Breeze Paw continues to talk back to them.
Yeah, he's not apologizing or anything.
He's, in fact, blaming the adults for not letting them hunt.
He's like, oh, we were so hungry.
Yeah. And then, yeah, like, Crowfeather hisses at Breeze Paw and turns his back. And the Holly Paw once again thinks, like, does he even like Breeze Paw?
The answer?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Mm.
She thinks, I'm glad he's not my father. Even though, I guess, biologically he is.
He is her father. Wow.
And then J-Paw is getting some herbs for Breeze Paw's wound, and he gets chervil. And he says he'd rather use horsetail, but he couldn't find any. So I looked up chervil and horsetail. And chervil is kind of, it looks a little like carrot greens or parsley. It's used in natural medicine as a blood thinning, anti-hypertensive, and digestive soothing herb. So that doesn't really sound helpful for this.
Definitely not for a human, at least.
Right. And then horsetail can apparently stop bleeding and heal wounds. So that sounds like a little better.
That sounds like way better, yeah. That sounds like... I guess it makes sense that he would rather use horsetail. But that doesn't tell us anything about why chervil would be better than just like some random grass.
Maybe it's a placebo.
Maybe. And then
And-
J-Pod checks out to see if they're hurt, even though they say that they're fine. And J-Pod also scolds them for being stupid.
Yeah.
And he also mentions, like, what would I do if I lost you? Because, like, they help him see and stuff.
Yeah.
J-Pod does say, sorry catches no prey. Which, I'm so used to warriors now that I can't think of what the normal phrase even is. If there even is one.
People definitely say things that mean the same thing.
Yeah, but I can't think of it. My mind is in warriors mode.
Yeah, it's just sorry catches no prey.
Yeah,
I think I would say that.
I guess so. Yeah.
It's fine as is.
Yeah. I was answering the phone the other day, and I almost said Miouooo instead of hello. I had no idea who it was.
I do that sometimes by accident.
So J-Pod gives a quick sniff of the pulped chervil on Breezepaw's tail, and then they leave.
Yes.
And now Hollypaw and presumably all the others are like really hungry and tired.
So they decide to stop even though it's not dark yet.
Yeah. Brambleclaw says, if we rest here now, we can get an early start tomorrow and reach the mountains before nightfall. So I guess the mountains are only 2 days away.
Yeah, everything's super close together.
That's really close. Yeah.
I mean, Purdy lived right outside the forest, basically.
Yeah. I feel like it took them, I don't know how long, but like how long did the Great Journey take? For sure more than 2 days, but they were like with everybody.
I guess it takes a lot more time with everybody because everyone's always like tying their shoes and like taking breaks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the kits and the elders.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how far away. I guess on the Great Journey they did go over the mountains. I suppose that is the most direct route, but it seems like it's not a big mountain range. Obviously, none of these mountains exist. You can't just go around. I don't know. So Hollypaw wants to go sleep with the others, but she's very responsible, and so she goes and catches a mouse and gives it to Purdy, and then offers to groom him.
Yeah, which it kind of Hollywood didn't even do like it wasn't even her idea.
Yeah, like she really is less responsible than Lionpaw and Breezepaw.
More responsible.
I mean, less responsible for
less
their
responsible
actions,
for that.
more responsible in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she helps anyway.
I love this. She scraped the grass with one forepaw, suddenly embarrassed. I couldn't help noticing you've got a lot of ticks, she stumbled. I'll get them off if you like.
And Purdy says, I wouldn't say no.
So then I guess that's also why she wanted a mouse. She extracted the mouse bile, trying not to gag at the dreadful smell.
I mean, any animal really has bile. It doesn't have to be a mouse.
Yeah, why do they only use mouse bile? What's special about it?
I don't know.
So then she soaks it in moss. Purdy apparently doesn't know about this technique. Hollypaw dabs the bile on the ticks that swelled among his rumpled tabby fur. And then the creatures start to drop off.
They drop off like ticks.
Yes. And this is where Purdy reveals that his upwalker has died. And there's some others, I guess, in the neighborhood that feed him here and there. But they don't, like he doesn't live there.
He's sad about it.
Yeah. So she doesn't do anything with the fleas.
No.
Which he apparently had enough that she could just see them on him.
She probably has fleas now from being so close.
Yeah, she probably does.
The chapter ends.
The chapter ends. Oh, and Hollypaw sleeps next to him. That's very sweet.
The sound of his contented purr filled her ears.
Yeah. Let's read chapter 18.
Okay, the summary is J-Paw has a dream with Rock. The cats reach the mountain and start climbing. They have to jump over a chasm. The intruders notice them and are going to cause trouble.
Mm. Do you pronounce it chasm or chasm?
Chasm.
No. Chasm.
I don't call it chasm.
I thought it was chasm.
What? Chasm. Chasm? Chasm? Chasm doesn't sound like a real word.
I think it does.
Hmm.
The wiki says, J-Paw's point of view.
J-Paw dreams and finds Rock. He tells him that he is here, but Rock says that there should be 3 of them here.
The cats say goodbye to Purdy and continue on to the mountains. They reach the foot of the mountains before nightfall. Talon convinces them to start climbing up them.
J-Paw is worried that he might plummet to his death with one misstep. An eagle's screech startles him.
Brambleclaw stops them as they come across a gap in their path. Squirrelflight describes the gap to J-Paw. He manages to jump across.
Talon and Knight tell them to be quiet now, as the intruders might be nearby. Hollypaw is overcome with excitement and yowls loudly.
That makes it sound like she yells loudly because she's excited about the intruders. But it's not true. The cats form a circle around the apprentices just as the intruders appear.
Okay.
Interesting writing in this summary. Interesting, writing style.
It's a little funny.
Yeah. So J-Paw is dreaming about being on the mountain and stuff. And then there's Rock. Rock is there. But yeah, as we said, J-Paw is like, I'm here just like you said. You told me to come to the mountains, remember? And Rock is like, there should be 3 of you. Which I guess is foreshadowing maybe how... I mean, J-Paw's the only one here in this dream. But I am taking there should be 3 of you to mean that there's only 2 of the prophecy cats there.
Yeah, and Rock is like, what? Who's Hollypaw? Hollypaw's nobody. Where's the 3rd cat?
Yeah. Poor Hollypaw.
Yeah, can't get over that.
And then he slips, and then he's woken up from his dream. Mm-hmm.
So, wait, they haven't reached the mountains yet. This was okay.
It's really confusing because they're falling asleep, planning on reaching the mountains tomorrow. And then we start this chapter with the mountain, but it was just a dream.
Right. So they're not even out of the forest yet.
No. Yeah, and it's 2 days away, which really is close. J-Paw eats a vole. More Vole Talk.
That would be a good name for this podcast. Vole Talk.
I would love that. Yeah. And then we don't even... So here with Purdy, Brambleclaw's like, Purdy, it's been great. We can't ask you to go farther from your home, which... Does he even have a home? He's kind of homeless.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he has...
Place that he lives.
Yeah, and
like a hometown.
People who feed him occasionally. But...
Yeah. And then it just says, calling out the last goodbyes to Purdy, they set off. We don't hear from Purdy. I guess they couldn't afford to pay the actor for another episode. It's really weird that we don't hear anything or really see Purdy at all.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're not making the goodbye too big because they're going to see Purdy again.
Maybe so. Mm-hmm.
So they finally make it out of the forest.
And now they can see the mountains much closer. Lionpaw says, the mountains. They're vast. It's such a silly thing to say.
They're vast. Maybe say look, they're so big.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
wow, they're much
vast.
taller up close. They're vast. It's this huge wall of stone, Hollypaw explained, all gray and steep and bare, apart from a few cracks with grass growing in them.
Yeah, I guess J-Paw knows what it looks like already, though.
Yeah. Lionpaw's I can't even see the top. It's hidden in the clouds. How big are these supposed to be?
I don't know. Maybe it's foggy.
Maybe it's just fog, and the clouds are really low. But yeah, definitely this is unrealistic for southern England.
Yeah.
So then they're like talking about, can we even go up? Because it's going to be dark and, night's going to happen. But they're like, let's go. Yeah, especially because they got delayed after J-Paw thinks, what had Lion Paw and Holly Paw been thinking of going into the barn like that and risking everything?
Yeah, I wonder what they were thinking.
Maybe, I wonder what Breeze Paw was thinking too.
He was really the one.
Yeah, let's blame Breeze Paw more than your siblings. Okay, then they start going up. And they get steeper and stuff. And it's hard for J-Paw. Because he can't see.
Yep.
Yeah, there's an eagle, I guess. And then they come to a halt.
Because there's a gap in the rock that just happens to be where the path is.
Yeah. We don't ever hear, like, how steep of a drop is it? Is it, like, a small ravine and there's, like, maybe a 10-foot drop or a 5-foot drop? Or, like, does it go all the way down? Like, what happens if you fall? I feel like maybe we've seen this in other books, actually. I don't know.
Where there's a gap and they have to jump over
Yeah,
it.
or maybe I'm just thinking of, like, a really thin ledge that you have to walk single file on. Which both of these are, like, they feel like such a fictional trope.
Yeah. So your question is, like, is it a balance beam that's 5 feet off the ground, or is it a balance beam that's, like, on the ground?
Well, it's just a gap.
But if it were a balance beam instead of a gap, you have to jump over.
Yeah.
Anyway, they jump over it. It's pretty boring. No one falls.
Yeah, like, nothing dramatic happens. It does seem pretty difficult. Like, it would be really scary if you're blind to, like, jump over this big gap.
Yeah.
Squirrelfight says the gap is a couple of fox lengths ahead and about 3 tail lengths wide. Take 3 paw steps for a run up, then jump.
Some good instructions.
So, 3 paw steps for a couple of fox lengths, and then you jump. I feel like cat paw steps are really small, and foxes are pretty long. So, kind of interesting there.
Yeah, I guess by paw steps, it's like jumping leaps. Like running to get ready to jump.
Yeah, but 3 is really not much.
They must be very small foxes.
Yeah. Anyways.
There they are. They're walking. They go through a stream. Hollypaw gets excited and yowls.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because she can see the view.
Yeah. But yeah, Talon says, like, to keep quiet because there might be intruders around. And then, like, totally later, she does that.
Yeah. And then, after that, pretty soon after that, the other cats are there.
Yeah. J-Paw could hear the beat of paws on rock and pick up unfamiliar cat scent. 3 or 4 of them, he guessed. He heard aggressive hisses from the warriors around him. Then a strange voice spoke. What have we here? End of chapter.
End of chapter.
Okay. We're finally on the mountain.
Yeah.
It only took 2/3 of the book to get here.
Oh my goodness. Terrible.
Shall we forge on?
Yes, forge on.
Chapter 19. Traveling cats managed to not get in a fight with the newcomers. They keep traveling and they see some tribe cats hunt an eagle. They are there finally. So we don't even make it to the cave this next chapter.
Right, not the cave, but they meet the tribe, so.
Yeah, the wiki summary is Hollypaw's point of view. Which, interesting, no Lion Paw today.
The intruders introduce themselves as Stripes, Flick, Flora, and an unnamed she-cat. They don't really introduce themselves.
They do not. They happen to say each other's names.
They taunt the cats and decide whether or not to fight them. Realizing that they're outnumbered, they allow them to pass, pretending that they never even intended to attack. And then the cats continue on and finally make it to the tribe of Rushing Water.
Which is not true. They don't.
Well, they meet the tribe, but not...
They meet some of the tribe.
They don't go to their home.
Yeah. I guess dubious. We start with Hollypaw regretting yowling, thinking that they might have been able to sneak past the trespassers. I thought it was kind of an oxymoron. Sneak past the trespassers.
Who's really the trespassers here?
Yeah. One of the trespassers, quote unquote, is described with insolent amber eyes.
Insolent. The eyes are traveling lazily from cat to cat.
These descriptions really make us hate these bullies.
Yeah, immediately we know what kind of cats they are.
Yes.
Although I guess we already did from the prologue.
True.
The cats are like, that was a great rabbit I had this morning. Good and fat, more than I could eat.
Yeah, and then Crowfeather's like, you should show more respect for prey, he snapped. I don't understand.
Did they finish it or not?
Well, it's more than Stripes could eat. That's Stripes talking.
I'm sure he shared it with, the other cat.
Yeah. He was just saying the rabbit was great, it was big, basically. He's not being disrespectful to the prey, in my opinion.
He's not saying that he wasted it.
No. I feel like we see clan cats all the time, saying stuff like that. Praising the catch of another cat.
Yeah. I mean, rabbits, you don't really eat a whole rabbit. No one eats a whole rabbit.
No.
Even humans don't eat a whole rabbit.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they're like, oh, we're not looking for a fight. There's only 4 cats, so they're outnumbered.
Yeah. Then some of the trespassers say, because somebody says, you have no right to come here and steal our prey, and then the trespassers are like, who gave you the right in the first place? Yeah. It's just kind of a good point, yeah.
Maybe if they weren't so rude,
they would be able to share, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Hollypaw thinks she had been ready to fight on behalf of the tribe. This was their territory watched over by their warrior ancestors. But then she does also agree that Flora's question is a good one. I feel like, though, the fact that their territory is watched over by their warrior ancestors is not because of this territory.
Yeah.
Because this is, where they happen to live.
Yeah, the warrior ancestors aren't attached to a place. They're attached to the cats.
Yeah. Because then the cats go, some of them, back in time went and formed the clans, and then there was StarClan.
Yeah, it's not like all of StarClan lives at the Tribe of Endless Hunting.
Yeah, and then there were, SkyClan ancestors over there.
Yeah. So this part's really tense or whatever.
It's really tense, and I don't have a lot to say. Then they leave.
Lionpaw looks like he would attack them for a couple of mouse tails.
Yeah. Great description of something that's not worth a lot.
Mouse tails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wonder if it's getting dark.
Yeah, I feel like it should be getting dark. But also, it's just got dark in real life right now.
At 5:40.
Yeah. Then they have more dialogue about how, this is a bad situation. And, what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Breezepaw almost falls off because he's being stupid.
And Crowfeather pulls him out by his tail.
Oh my gosh. Breezepaw is like, my sore tail.
Yeah, because it just got the wound.
Yeah. That must hurt.
And instead of saying, oh, sorry, Crowfeather says, tough. Next time, think before you start showing off and do what the tribe cats tell you.
Yeah. I feel like it's warranted to be that harsh in this situation. He almost died because he's being so stupid.
Yeah.
Again.
My sore tail.
My sore tail. Oh, so it looks like we're almost done here.
Then they see another eagle, right? And then the eagle is gonna eat what they think is some crow food. A dead mouse.
Yeah, a dead mouse is just lying there.
And then the eagle is about to grab it, and then the cats, there's the tribe cats jump out and get the eagle, which is a pretty good entrance, to be honest.
That's a very dramatic, impressive entrance, yeah.
So I guess they'll have enough to eat now.
Yeah.
So
you have a mouse and an eagle.
Yep, the mouse. I feel like eagles wouldn't have a lot of meat.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not an expert in bird meat.
I'm not an expert in eagle meat.
Mm.
That was it. Nothing
That
else
was
happened.
it. Yeah. I mean, is there anything else to say about this last bit? I don't know.
I mean, it must still be light if the eagle is hunting.
I guess so. Yeah. Pretty impressive how fast they can just walk there.
Maybe the mountains aren't as tall as we thought.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite part of the episode?
I think my favorite part was Breeze Paw's tail and everything surrounding that.
Okay, what was your least favorite part?
I think my least favorite. Actually, hold on. My favorite part maybe was actually Purdy's tick scene.
Oh, yeah.
And then my least favorite part, I'll have to think about that for a bit.
Okay.
I didn't mind these 3 chapters as much as some other ones in this book.
Yeah, they were fine. Like, things happened. I didn't really like the Purdy rescuing them from the dogs chapter, just because dogs are always boring.
Yeah.
The only time they weren't boring was in the first arc when they were doing the relay race.
Oh yeah, that was so cool.
My favorite part, I mean, it'd have to be either the tail or Purdy's ticks. I think the tail for me.
Yeah.
I like my sore tail.
My sword tail is great.
Yeah.
And it's like a recurring theme too. There's a lot more around that than just like the one scene with the ticks.
Purdy's ticks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you have a least favorite?
My least favorite?
We didn't really say least favorite.
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through the document, seeing. I guess it does really bother me about the mountains being there. I'm gonna say that's my least favorite part.
The existence of the mountains.
It's just not realistic.
It's just not realistic.
Yeah.
That's funny. I guess the cats talking, like, you don't think that's not realistic?
Well.
You'd think they'd be able to communicate to each other. Most animals seem to.
I guess for me, the mountains is like, it's supposed to be in southern England. And it is by all accounts, except for the mountains. So in universe, I guess maybe this is a parallel universe where cats can do this, and also there's mountains there.
Well, you'll just have to believe that.
I will have to, or else be annoyed.
My favorite part was Rock. Rock is crazy. He is lumpy, hairless, and has sightless eyes.
Really just like a deformed Canadian Sphinx. Yeah.
You'd think a cat in Canada would have extra long fur.
Yeah. I don't know where in Canada it's about. Do you want to wait and think of an actual least favorite part, or just end it?
I can't think of anything. I didn't like how rude the intruders were.
Oh yeah. They were pretty rude.
Not very professional.
So, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.